Today's episode is the missing piece to making more money or whatever else you desire in abundance. Hello and welcome to the Successful, Sensitive and Intuitive Entrepreneur podcast. My name is Lydia Sophia Wilmsen and I am an intuitive success mentor for sensitive entrepreneurs. In this podcast, I speak about the challenges sensitive and intuitive entrepreneurs face. I offer you new perspectives and solutions, as well as experiences of other entrepreneurs. Plus, I speak about my personal experience of being a highly sensitive person who has successfully built and scaled 2 businesses. All of that with the goal to make you and your business even more successful in your very unique and authentic way. Have fun and enjoy. So it could obviously be that you want more health or better health, more love or better relationships, more hobbies, more friends, a new level of friends. So whatever you want more, so whatever you desire more of, this is what I'm going to talk about because it's the same system or the same strategy behind that, or the same 3 key important shifts, or the main 3 important ingredients basically you need to make more of whatever you want. And my example obviously is money. And whatever you desire more of, you take it for that. And it's really very short. Like once you know it, you can always check on those 3 different areas, on those 3 different shifts, or on those 3 different ingredients. And then you know what you need to change. And obviously, when you listen to me today, then you can already check in with yourself and say like, okay, number 1 is the missing piece for me, or number 2 or number 3. So let's directly get into that topic. The number 1 thing is there needs to be motivation. You need to have a reason why you want to have this amount of money, or a relationship, or better connection with whoever. There needs to be motivation, and it needs to be ingrained in your bones. It is not enough, like a slight wanting is not enough to get going. And really, you need to be radically honest with yourself there. Like this is key, because you could just easily say, I want more money, or I want whatever, like it is easy to say that, but can you really feel it deep in your bones? Are you deeply motivated to make this happen? Because then you will make it happen. I love this. One of my favorite examples when clients talk to me, or when it's about money, for example, and then I give this example, if someone took your kid and gave you 24 hours and otherwise your kid would die or something, you would do whatever. You would easily get 100K in whatever way. Like you would ask people, you would sell the heck out of your stuff. You would make this happen, no doubt, because the motivation is crazy high. The motivation is crazy high. So if this is the case, you can make happen whatever you want. You will be like the ultimate of resourceful. So this is the first thing to check in with you, and you need to be radically honest. For example, for me, I was for a long time actually rather motivated to keep the status quo. I said I wanted like big numbers and lots of money and whatever else I desired. And it was a big one for me to understand that actually not having much equals safety for me. So even though I said I was motivated by more, my system wasn't. I felt safer when there was nothing to lose, when I had nothing to lose. So all the time I made more, I quickly got rid of that again. So I wasn't motivated by having lots of money in the bank. You can say it with your words, but check in with yourself. Be radically honest. Is the motivation really high enough? And the motivation can be whatever. It could be around your family, like creating more freedom, a different life for your kids, and also why? Like, do you come from a place where everyone grew up in poverty and you want to give something else to your kids? It could be that you want to care of other family members. It could be that you are just so motivated to be of huge impact in this world. Like you have seen how other people grow up, or what happens to other people. You have gone through crisis, and your highest motivation is to eradicate this form of crisis, what you have gone through. So this is also why, especially for people who have gone through massive crisis, Like all of my clients had this in their past. They had either in their childhood or later on, they had like horrible events happening to them. And this created such a strong motivation to either help people with the same issue later on or to make sure that this doesn't happen to their kids or to other people they love. And this was an amazing motivation. And this very often I see happening in people who have gone through crisis and have transformed themselves, that they have a very high motivation to change things for others because they have actually seen the worst. And this is why they are so driven by change. And other people who have never had big issues, so to say, they sometimes struggle with this piece very much, with the motivation piece, because for them, life had always been okay, you know? There was never this like, wow, I need to change this. Like it's really life and death, emotionally or even physically. So yeah, check in with yourself how you or what your motivation is and really how strong it is. And that changed everything for me. Once I understood, actually, I was motivated by the status quo. I wanted safety. I wanted to feel safe. And I equaled having more with not being or not feeling safe. I understood that my motivation I talked about all the time was just words. And I needed to become embodiment of that motivation. I had to find what really motivates me and go after that, basically. So that's point number one, motivation. Check in with yourself. What are you motivated by? And are you really, really deeply motivated? So much, like 10 out of a 10, as if someone took your kid and gave you 24 hours to come up with 100,000 euros. Like this is the level of motivation which creates the most amazing results, obviously, and the quickest results. Number two then is a decision. You need to decide. A decision that you're going to create it no matter what. And this is even the best if you have a circle of friends or you have a mastermind or a coach or some other form of making this public, like really putting it out there. Because otherwise, like you will just say to yourself like, I said this once, but there is no one to witness. You need someone to witness you deciding for it. Like first decide for yourself and then really commit to it. And commitment in front of others usually is the strongest. And even if you don't know the how, the decision is crucial. And then the steps will show up. Once you have made the decision, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to bring my business to 1 million this year. I'm going to shift my work so I work half the time only, like perhaps now I work 50. What happens to my clients? They work 50, 60 hours in the beginning. I'm going down to 30, no matter what. I don't know how to do that yet. However, I decide that I'm going to make this happen. And I stand for it. I commit to it. And then you obviously have to make sure to follow through on those intuitive hints that show up in between. Once you have your motivation, then you have decided that this is going to be your reality. Then you have to follow those intuitive hints and not fall back whenever you have this crazy idea where you think like, what is this about? Like, why do I have this idea? No, then you actually have to follow through. This is the work then. But first you have to decide. And number 3 of those key ingredients then is to release the limiting stories in your mind. Why you shouldn't have it, why you shouldn't have the money, why it is not safe to have it, why no one ever has done this before and you shouldn't, or why it is not noble, why it is like morally not good, or whatever your reasons are. Your mind will come up with, like your conditioned mind will present you everything why you shouldn't do it, why it's not good, why you can't do it. And there you have to do the work and create new empowering stories. So that's the inner work. First one is a powerful motivation. One that gets you going. The second one is to decide, to like really properly decide, I am going to do this no matter what. Then start embodying that, what you desire, and follow the intuitive hints. And I have many more podcast episodes on how to do that. That's not today's topic. And then doing the inner work around the limiting beliefs, around the limiting stories of your past, the limiting focus. This is so important. And with that, my clients start compounding money. Like they start compounding money, they start compounding the energy they want, be it ease, be it freedom, be it pleasure, be it passion, be it joy. And really, several of them tell me in wonder that they spend money, more and more money, and I mean big money, not just like €1 or something, on things, and still their bank accounts keep growing. It is because of those steps and because of the work they do. So I would be super interested, obviously, to hear from you what your most difficult part is for you. Is it 1, 2, or 3? And what you want to call in more of. Like perhaps you want to decide, you want to publicly decide. So find me or connect with me on social media and state it there, like commit to it in public. And also in my Facebook group, you find the link in the show notes. People put down there, they said, I want a new laptop, like smaller things, because it was people who were just in the beginning stages of their journey, like starting their business. So one wanted like whatever, 1,000 euros, the other person a new laptop. And yeah, days later it was there. So there is power in commitment. There is power in decision. So if you want to hone into that power, obviously join my Facebook group and there is the place for you. And if you want to call in next level clients and therefore obviously money, I have my soulmate clients activation meditation for you. And you also find the link in the show notes. Sign up for it. I have amazing testimonials about it, like that people start getting clients or prospects reaching out to them every day, and also the quality of those people increase. And other than that, it's really just a beautiful, relaxing meditation. Okay, let me quickly summarize the 3 steps for you again. First one, motivation. Motivation needs to be there. A big reason why, a powerful why. The second one, to make a decision, to commit, decide and go for it. And the third one, to release all the limiting chatter, all the limiting issues, all the limiting stories in your mind. Okay, that's it for today. I'm super excited to hear from you what you are calling in, and also obviously how the soulmate client activation meditation works for you. You can do it on whatever level. Even if you're fully booked and you just want to increase or call in a new caliber of clients, this will work for you. Or if you're starting out and just want your first clients, do it. And last but not least, give me 15 minutes of your time and I will show you how you can add a minimum of 10,000 euros to your business and free up at least 10 hours in your business. If you're interested in that, you'll find the link in my show notes. Click on it, sign up for 15 minutes to talk to me personally. Much love to you, and until the next episode. Did you like this podcast episode? Then I would be super, super grateful if you gave me a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. Super helpful. And please subscribe to the podcast and share it with people who you know can benefit from it. You can find all links to my social media profiles, my website, and contact form in the show notes. And whenever you're ready to take a next step, and that means you want to live a life of more on all levels, then send me a message with where you want to go and what is keeping you where you are, like what keeps you stuck at the moment. And then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for listening, and until the next episode, much love to you, Lydia.